done the lateral work, and then yeah, go all the way out and make him do a true lengthening. Yeah, and then right now, yeah, not hollow out and get, then fall apart, but stay connected to the bridle. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Well, what do you think we should do next?
Then maybe up to the canter. But while you're taking a break, I was just thinking, in terms of like watching these horses in educational value, like of spectators or whatever, auditors. So you would look at the last horse in the last lesson, the horse there. So and the whole thing I'm telling her, push the horse up to the bridle, get more submission, get more submission, drive the horse over the top, get more contact. This horse, I'm saying, still I want to drive this horse out too, but in this horse, this is of course almost the opposite case. And so one horse will go and you will try to push the horse up and it will take advantage and spread its neck out and lean more and come apart. Another horse will do something like this, will draw its neck in, shorten up and then become tense and won't use its back. And yet in both things, the answer is the same. It's that, only they're coming out a different way. In both things, you still have to sort of ride those horses forward into the right neck shape. But then that's where you begin to see that, in real dressage, the interesting thing is that there's really only one place that the neck will work. And that's why those old masters, when they said keep the pole at the high point, so forth, it didn't come by accident. And I'm sure what it came about was through sort of an evolution of trying lots of other places to put the neck that failed abysmally. And then realizing that the only place you can put the neck where you can have this, in and out ability, this forward and backwards, is that the neck has to be upright. And this is, where I still find it so interesting that you'll have people like in Holland, successful dressage riders, whatever, but still following that long, deep and round program, or basically it's Rolker, and then wondering how in the world you ever come up with a theory like that, because it doesn't make any sense, and it's producing horses that are light in the croup, and not engaged behind, and all on the forehand, and then, and I would tell people, try to find me a photograph, a drawing, a piece of tapestry, anywhere in history from 1950 back 2,000 years of a horse ridden low. Right. And I defy you to find one because there you won't find them. No one rode horses like that. That's a new invention. And then, what's interesting is now I watch some of the rides at WEG and you see this, there's like a complete, just a movement away in judging from collection. They could care less if those horses sit. They're the two highest place horses couldn't sit at all. All they do is stay in rhythm, but they don't, you don't see any sinking of the hindquarters.
How about the third horse?
Third horse, it was already better. Yeah.
Freestyle.
Yeah.
Right.
Then you see it, and so then you see, and then there was a horse Cosmo, really nice horse, Yeah, it's Rothenberger's
exactly.
son's horse. That horse is, Allegro then in the old days could sit.
Right.
But you'll see, how, I'm not saying about Isabel Worth's horse, but in that passage on that horse was almost crossing over with his front feet, and nobody mentioned.
I know, and I had the same issues, and her horse is tense, but she's got a long history of winning.
And it was, it was her time. It was predetermined. She was going to be the champion. That's it.
Well, Charlotte's horse, that's the first year of International Grand Prix, and Carl's horse, first year of International Grand Prix.
I know that horse was 9 years old. I was
9
like,
years old.
jeez.
Yeah.
So it's that if that horse stays sound, I think it's going to be. Carla's horse was, of course, more ordinary. I don't know why she always gets the really good horses and he gets the ordinary one.
She has the advantage of having him as a trainer.
Yeah.
I think they're just a great couple together. They just support one another. He always takes the big, difficult ones.
Yeah, I think it is a good combination. It is because as a rule, I don't but I like. I like he's always low-keyed about it. He's there, he's funny, and he try, and he's basically. I feel that you're trying to train the horses the right way,
Right.
And if I always, if I had to use an example, people say, "Well, you don't like anything in competition." I said, "It wasn't true at all." Because if I had to use an example, I thought Allegro was a really nice dressage horse and could sit and do things correctly.
And that horse is ridden by all kinds of people in the barn. I mean, he's hacked out. They do that that to all their horses. I think they really do have the best, the overall well-being of the horse in mind.
And I think that's true. And a lot of times the jurors will tell you the same thing, but it's like those horses have never been turned out for a day in their life. They're they just sit stuck in a stall 24/7. But anyway. Okay, so now let's just try to do the mechanics.
Yep. I'm gonna take it from the front, just gonna.
Okay.
Just stop with Connor.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
But I like it pushes the truck better. So I don't care that steered away. I like it, when he pushed it, he went up to the hand a little bit and connected more to the whole body. I know that's like subtle there. Yeah, I think that was very good. That was really nice up into the ride. Yeah. And then it's right, keeping it pushed up a little bit so he doesn't just, the caboose doesn't fall off. He's got to stay, that engine in the rear. Yeah. So a tiny bit hollow at the transition, but then he would drop back down and went back up into the ride a little bit. So when you're saying no, and that's when he's bending back and raising his head up and freezing a bit?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But when you say stiffen, you don't mean necessarily stiffen his neck longitudinally, in other words, that he won't bend. You mean that he stiffens
Back.
Yeah, but it's the whole back is stiff longitudinally, not laterally.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't stiffen on the sides.
Right. That's part of the top line. Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's a nice canter. Nice 3 beat. And that's a much better job at the end. Okay.
Yeah, if it comes up just a little, then it's not me and you're not elastic
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. While just taking a break, becomes another enigma that you'll often see. This is just training to so many of the modern riders, they don't get this, because they've been pressed into the riding the horses forward all the time and having what they would call swing in the back all the time, loosen the back, loosen the back. So they then when they feel a horse collect, they panic, because the horse now stiffens, of course, because it has to contract those muscles. They think that's all wrong. Immediately what they do, put the horse's head back down, ride him forward again. Loosen him up, he's getting tense. But in fact, for true collection, you have to be able to put that horse together. So you need a bit of compression, you need a bit of firmness in the back, but that doesn't mean, like Anne's saying, that goes past it and turns into tension.
Yeah, right.
But it has to be able to have that ability to stretch like a dancer. That all dancers are strong. There is no such thing as a weak dancer, but they're also, compared to other people, they're also elastic. Now that's not the easiest combination. You can make, my son has a gym. You can make people strong fairly quickly. If they want to, if they eat the right food or they would take a little drugs, you can put a muscle mass on in a pretty short amount of time. You cannot make a person into like really good yoga in a short amount. That takes more time for the elasticity. And then for dance, now I want strength and elasticity, which is what we want in dressage. That is not something you can't rush. You have to, and it of course helps if you have a horse or the person that has a lot of natural balance. Well, it makes things a lot easier, But if you're a bit clumsy, it's a little harder.
There was a perfect illustration on that dancer, was doing a pole routine. It was better than I've ever seen anything any woman ever do. The strength and I mean it was unbelievable, and the flexibility and the grace. It was a fabulous display.
I would be interested to see,
Yeah.
because you could see like gymnasts would be. You can imagine a